The process of creating the canyon really began with embracing this idea of nature, understanding the context of the space, understanding the parameters. I started with drawing it like line work on tracing paper, just getting that groove on. What does it feel like? Took a million years, keep going at a certain scale, so that I made part of it out of paper. And then we scanned it. And then it just goes through layers and layers of distilling, of refinement, until we have a beautiful model. And then you take that model and it turns into a digital rendering. All the while, you're still not sure how you're gonna make it.
When the Canyon project hit my desk, the first things I look at is, can we do it? I'm always amazed at the challenges this team's able to pull off. What we did in Salt Lake City in 2002 for the Olympics had never been done before. We put some 250,000 square foot of fabric in that city. And what we did in 2010 at the Vancouver Olympics had never been done before. We did 12 40-foot tall venue towers that were installed in the middle of a snowstorm. And what we did in 2012 in London, never been done before. Wrapped some almost 1 million square feet of fabric around the London Olympic Stadium. These were huge undertakings, so I had the confidence that we could do this. I just wasn't sure how we were going to do it. We have extreme capabilities, and obviously this is a project that required manufacturing, design, logistics, installation, and it was very complex and a lot of unknowns. The production side of things, I wasn't quite sure how we were going to be able to do because of the way that the canyon had such dramatic curves to it and scale. The scale of the project was immense, and working through all of that was kind of a process to figure out how we can get from Seattle to Salt Lake City on the wall.
Those different national parks.
So Rainier and Fabritech had been invited individually to bid on the project. We both didn't see the capabilities for individually to do that, but had a discussion that thought, maybe we should partner this up. And then Duval was brought onto that team too to really round it out. And so that's how the team was formed. There's some 600 unique shaped fins in the Canyon project at Salt Lake. Each fin has a unique individual curve. Not one of them is even close to the same. So we decided to send one of our engineering leads over to Germany for a show, and there was going to be several bending machine companies there, and we thought, this would be an opportunity for him to maybe see if there's anything that might work for this project. What was unique about the bending machine is that it allowed us to simply enter the shapes of these fins into the program of the machine, and they would spit out, literally out of 20-foot sticks, the exact shapes that we were looking for literally in minutes. What would probably take us hours to do by hand otherwise. And so that was kind of the cost analysis. The discussion about purchasing the machine was pretty simple. It made sense. To create the physical assets of the canyon, to create each individual fin, we actually created a room. So the first thing we had to do is actually have the space, which luckily here at Rainier we were able to do that with an existing space and create actually a dedicated space for the project that would house the bender, house the sewing machines, and all the tooling that we needed to build the frames. The pieces are bent on the bender, they're then tooled and assembled, and each individual cover is fitted. The covers themselves come from our design into the cutting tables, and each individual fin is cut on that cutting table. So there could be as many as 50 to 100 pieces of fabric on one fin that has to be sewn together and then test fitted on that frame. Every individual fin is fitted, assembled, and inspected, and then it's packaged into its own individual packaging and set in a container.
Well, this project wouldn't be possible without Rainier. It's not just that they are great problem solvers, but they're just so responsive and really want to get it right and really want to get it right on time. We're just very excited to have them as partners. It's not something that you normally see in an airport. That's for sure. It's interesting to me that airports have kind of become the cathedrals of our time. We're not building giant edifices and giant places of worship. We're building giant temples to travel. The whole idea is that you feel the power of nature and this sense of awe. How people will respond, everybody's different, but I know that they will feel something, and I believe that it will be very positive and very dramatic. And the way that it's designed is as you're walking, it's continually changing and moving. So it's almost what I call passively kinetic.
This is extremely exciting for me and for the entire company to be involved in something like this that's on a world-class scale. I mean, you know, I couldn't be more excited about how it's coming together now with the way we're already now into fabrication and building. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be something that everybody going through, you know, that airport's going to go, wow. Yeah, the only difficult part about this project is I got to wait for 2 years to see it up. It's been such a nice long journey. I can't wait for 2019, 2020 when this actually gets installed. What can we do next? I don't know, but we can do anything.